Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of the Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with my boy Regular Joe. He's getting his mic and everything set up real quick in the background. So I'm going to let him get set up backstage real quick. But yes, we are here after the Knicks took care of another victory in the preseason, as we expected them to, against the Washington Wizards. They beat them 117-94 in a very convincing victory. I mean, it really wasn't even that much of a contest. At a certain point, I think they ended up with how much the Wizards ended up with. I think it was 30 turnovers. Yes, 30 turnovers. Out freaking rages. I don't know how the heck let's set a record. Anyway, Joe, you ready? Let me know if you're ready, man. Let me know. Thumbs up if you're ready. He's ready. I think he's ready. I don't think he's ready. Anyway, shout out to the chat. Xavier, what's going on, my guy? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Good to see you on this wonderful evening after a game, after a dub. What's going on, Joe? You there? Is he there? There he is. What's good, bro?
Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Good to see you, man. It's been a while, man. How you doing?
Yeah, man.
This
I
guy.
might be a little rusty.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I
Okay.
could. I New York. I couldn't just wear a Knicks hat, man.
You said what?
I said it's too much going on in New York. I couldn't just wear a Knicks hat.
Nah, I feel
You
you.
know,
I feel you. I understand that.
we got the Yankees out there fighting. We got the Mets out there. You know, we got the Liberty in the WNBA finals.
Facts.
So
They really they balling. They balling. They just took out the ace. Was it the Aces? Aces,
yeah,
right?
but I'm a
Yeah.
little nervous about the Aces. I'm a little nervous though about the Minnesota Lynx, man.
The Lynx. Yeah. The Lynx
They
is
they they beat up on the Liberty. Only team that beat the Liberty twice in the regular season. So it's a little
looking forward
scary.
to that. Looking forward to that, man. I hope they can summon a lot of that New York energy that's going around right now. You know what I'm saying? To,
Hope so.
keep it going. But while we're on the topic of New York energy, I haven't spoken to you about, what I'm saying, since this preseason started about these Knicks, man. So before we get into tonight's, well, I mean, let's just encompassing all of it, including tonight's victory. How have you felt and how do you feel about the addition of Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges to the core of the squad?
I mean, I mean, we already know like Macau is like the. So basically, I feel the same about both of them. I think both guys are perfect fits, like in
Mhm.
terms of basketball. I mean, we seen tonight like just the menacing defense from Macau and OG on the perimeter. Like, they could
Right.
put a lot of heat on the ball, bro. And like Cat spacing the floor and doing all the other things that he does. I mean, you see the 2-man game where him and Brunson looked like they've been doing it for a while already. Like it's gonna be a lot for teams, man. And like I said in the frozen envelope, I believe it was either last week or 2 weeks ago. Like Godspeed to teams trying to stop this team
I'm
from
gonna guard
scoring.
that, man. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of firepower out there.
Especially once Cat get it
And you
going on.
got Josh Hart. Yeah, then you got Josh Hart pushing the pace. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot to deal with. Right now, Hart is, he's on his practice. He ain't really trying to do much in preseason.
Yeah, he's chilling.
You
He's
could
just
tell
chilling.
he out there, he taking it easy, bro.
He's chilling. He's not. He's definitely
But
on his.
yeah, I'm like I understand, the whole thing. Like, first of all, shout out to Julius Randle. Probably see him on Sunday.
Fact.
Sucks to see him go. You know what I mean? He started this, and you talk about how RJ said that he's happy to leave the Knicks better than when he came to them. Same could be said about Julius Randle.
Right.
He's the one who came here first and got the ball rolling. So Shout out to Julius, man. Best of luck to him and the Randall family in Minnesota.
Mhm.
But fit was always a question with Julius, and we don't really have any questions about fit anymore. I mean, if the only thing you worry about is the fit with Cat and the coach, but I think that that'll be fine. Honestly, I'm not worried about it.
I was once worried about that, but I think at this point in his career, Cat is he's turned into, I can't say a vet, but he's seasoned enough to understand that like it's time for you to not be all about what you want. This guy might have an idea about winning more than you. You know what I'm saying? He's been around basketball a lot longer than you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he the mature factor is setting in. Like like I might not like everything that you're gonna say, but clearly you're doing something right around here. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look
Yeah,
at it. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yep.
but what's going on? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Waves in here, my guy. IP. He said, you came back to the pod with an AO. I don't know what you said. I'm pretty sure it was something that we probably go back and look at later. Uh,
What I said,
I don't remember. I don't
like,
know.
come on, yo. Yeah, can't, you can't say
Welcome back,
nothing
Joe.
nowadays,
Welcome
bro.
back. No, nah, you ain't been here
I,
in a while.
I hate it here, bro. I really hate it here, yo. So I ain't been here. You see, I'm probably gonna go away for a little while
Nah,
again.
man. Listen, for real, you right back in. It's all good. Every time we win, you ain't gonna want to sit here and not talk. You crazy? You kidding me? Shout out Izzy. Izzy said, was good. Great gods. Peace and abundance to Apollo and Joe. Love how this team looks. Let's get it. Absolutely. 9 steals in the first half. Man, this team defensively is very scary, bro. I really I'm having trouble, I guess, taming my expectations. I can't say expectations. But just my excitement, I guess, because I really feel like this team defensively can be like not just one of the best, which of course I think that they can consistently be the number one defensive team in the league in the NBA. Just just off of what I saw tonight, and these guys are not even in midseason form yet. So I just like what I see. Even Cat looks better defensively than I thought he would. You know what I mean? Just at least just being able to be a big in the paint to get. He got a couple blocks tonight. So you know what I mean. It's the team is looking really really good. It's looking really really good, man. Coach, salute salute salute. How you doing, my guy? He said Ariel looks really good. He does. He does. Hugporty look good, man. Hugporty look good. I don't want to make it an indictment on Jericho. Apparently, Jericho had an ankle injury or something like that, so that's why he didn't play. So, you know, but in those minutes, he stepped up. Next man up. That's just how this team is always built. That's the mentality, next man up mentality. And you got to go out there and you got to show and prove. So he did it. He came in there and not just defensively, he had what 3 steals, I believe. And not only was he just in there with the steals, he was also grabbing boards. Had a couple boards, but just going up to the basket strong, just stuff that we like to see our big men do. You know what I mean? Knicks will be here 2025 and 20 will be 2025 and 26 champs. He says, I'm liking Hugporty. You know what I'm saying? Continuing that theme of Ariel Hugporty. He's just been looking good tonight, in early minutes as well. But also I can't sit here and say like, coach went to him. I mean, who else was he really gonna play? He didn't really have any other bigs to play. I mean, who's gonna play Moses Brown, who we just signed today? Was it just today or yesterday that we signed Moses Brown? I feel like it was today. It might have been today. I'm a little off. My days are blending. Either way, man. And shout out to you, my guy. So yeah, man. From and something else that I was talking about the other day. The bench, man. The bench looks so good. I'm having just as much fun watching the bench as I am the starters so far. You know what I mean? It's preseason, but at the end of the day, these guys are looking good. These guys are looking good. So what I'm gonna do right now is bring some stats up and see what we could talk about. See how you guys look today. See how these guys looked. Let's see how these guys looked. So here we go. Yeah, it was today. Oh, okay. As he said, it was today. Yeah, Moses Brown was signed today. 10-day exhibit 10. So I didn't expect us to actually play him tonight, which they didn't. It was good to see him on the bench though, next year. So OG Anunoby, we'll start with OG. He was a plus 22. I mean, you look at he's 2 for 9. It's like you know, you look at the percentage and he's 0 for 4 from 3. But that doesn't really say much about the game. Like if you watched it, like he had a really, really good impact for those 25 minutes. Even though he didn't make, many he didn't make any of his threes and he didn't make a lot of shots, but it's preseason. Like, you can't really think too much, and we'll talk about Cat as well. Cause I did overreact a little bit. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I overreacted a little bit when it came to Cat, but just tonight. But OG 5 points, not much on the points, but steals, 2 steals. He had 3 rebounds. Just being in the right place, the right time. You got to see how he and Macau float off of each other defensively. It's really, really scary. It's really scary, man. I can't put a meter on how excited I am to watch these guys play defense. And Cat, like I mentioned, was a lot better than I thought he would be defensively, in the situation. Of course it's preseason, like you said, but at the end of the day, they look good, man. They look really good. So Josh Hart, Josh only took 2 shots. And he didn't really, like Joe said, he was definitely in his practice form. Because he's just out there floating, just being at the right place at the right time. He didn't really take too many shots. He doesn't have to in his offense, which is good. They're gonna leave him open sometimes, and you got to take them. And those look like the 2 times he took them, but it doesn't look like he's taking it too serious at this point. Still, but he's out there grabbing boys, going coast to coast. He's not going up for the Euro. That's how you know he's not in regular season form yet. He's just flying around there playing defense, having fun. No points, of course, as you see, but 2 steals, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. It's he's just the kind of guy you gotta have a Josh Hart in your team, man. He's still my favorite Knick. I mean, one of my other favorite Knicks is gone. Dante, gonna miss you, my guy. Gonna miss you anyway. But Josh is still here. We share a name, so shout out to my guy Josh, and he's just a put on your tie and go to work kind of guy. So 25 minutes of that, I'd like to see him shoot a little bit better, but like I said, preseason, not taking it too serious. So Karl Anthony Towns, I did overreact a little bit, and not like in an angry way, right? It wasn't like, oh, I'm so mad, I'm upset at how he's shooting. It wasn't anything like that. I was definitely not mad at Cat for that. I was more overreacting on is something going on? Is like, do you think it could be emotional, maybe because it's his first game in the Garden? You know what I'm saying? And being in just on that front. You know what I mean? Not that he, oh my God, he's gonna be bad. That's not that wasn't the angle that it was. But here you go. You back, Joe? Is he here? There you go. My guy's back. You left me hanging, bro. I was scared, bro. I was shook, man. I didn't know I was gonna do
Yo, yo, this phone is acting a little crazy.
It's all good. It's all good, man. We here. So I was
I
telling
probably got to cut it off honestly and cut it back on, but I'll wait.
all right, if you got to do that, let me know, man. Just like I said, we'll be here.
No,
We'll be
I
here.
think I'm good for now.
All right. That's a bet. So huh? What you
Nah,
say?
go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Nothing, go ahead.
So Carl, I was just wondering if it was just emotional, or just like the first kind of game jitters in the Garden. That's what I assume. You know what I mean? And maybe it was just he wasn't making shots. It could have been anything. It could have been anything. But at the end of the day, He did turn it around in the third quarter. I think he had 16 points in the third alone. And he only had 7 in the first half. So he didn't look amazing in the first half at all. I think he might have made one shot. I think it was that running hook shot he made off the post off of I forgot who was guarding him.
A lefty hook shot.
The lefty hook shot, which was really nice. It's like I don't even think it touched the rim. So it was just good to see him get something go.
When we had a guy with that much skill.
Pat. That's it, Patrick Ewing. That's the last time we asked.
Yes, we ain't had a big guy with this much skill. Forever, bro.
It's scary. It's scary, man. So and it was like I said, it was good to see him work through whatever he was going through. I think at first, what I did say is I think they were definitely forcing the ball to him in the first quarter a little bit too much. Like instead of just letting it come in the flow of the offense. Like let's just let him get it out. You know what I'm saying? Like don't force him the shot. And I think Josh like threw him the ball a couple times, which is cool. I think like getting him acclimated, making him feel a part of it is good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that. But he was already missing. Like you just like at this point, you're kind of making him pile on a bad percentage. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy too? I was saying like, man, he just need to get to the line and like see a shot going. And after he got to the line is when he started to play better.
That's exactly what happened. He started getting to the line, and then it's that post move started to happen, and then they started to get him in the pick and roll. And once that pick and roll started going, it was over. That pick and roll is deadly. I don't know what the league is going to do with that pick and roll on any given night. Bro. You have to guard both of those guys. And Jalen is gonna attack the picker. He's fast as hell. He's quick. He's gonna attack. He's gonna get in your chest. Like you gotta do something about that. So I don't know. Like tell me, like we talked about the pick and roll. What advantages do you see these guys having now to have a cat there versus last year? Just having Julius with Jalen. What's the differences is that you'll see immediately?
I mean, first of all, just the quality of screen. Like Julius was not a great screener. Mitch is not a great screener. This guy is a legit screener. I mean, you've seen him get his guards wide open with screens. Campaign had a few like just wide open like floaters off of his screens. But also, man, like you don't know what they're gonna do. Is he gonna roll? Is he gonna pop? Like if he rolls, like he's not just a guy that's gonna roll looking for a lob, right? Like you can't really throw a pocket pass to Mitch.
Right. Exactly. Like, you can't. No, he might drop it.
Throw he's most likely going to drop it. You could throw a pocket pass. You could throw a pocket pass to this guy. He could catch it, and you see him catch one and finish with a lefty layup. Like this is different, bro.
Very different.
This is different, and just the gravity that. Yeah, just the gravity that he's gonna have on his rolls. Like then you got OG in one corner, McCall in another corner. Yeah, bro.
It's really scary. Coach says Cat is a better passer than iHeart and Randall. I mean,
we'll see about that. Like,
I don't know yet. I can't say that just.
I can't say that because you know why we can't say that, Cap? Outside of 1 year. And outside of 1 year, Cat averaged 4.8 1 year. He's never averaged anything remotely close to that. So I feel like he was miscast a little bit sometimes.
Also,
in Minnesota,
different coach too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But let's pump the brakes on what type of passer he is, because Julius was one of the. No, he wasn't one of. He was the best at generating corner threes in the NBA last year. So
which is just shows the gravity that he has.
So chill out. Let's chill out, bro. Chill out, man.
The abrasive member of Guard Up Knicks has returned.
Yeah,
we missed your presence, my guy. We missed your presence. A little bit too much nice energy going on around here.
Yeah, let's pump our brakes a little bit, man. It's preseason, man. You know. I mean, listen. I could be wrong, but I need proof. And we haven't seen the proof of it. We know what type of passes those guys were.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Knicks 100 said, "How good was that Precious? Oh man, he was special tonight. He definitely was. I like seeing Precious with a little bit more confidence than last year. That was definitely, you can see that like his aura is completely different. Like he looks like he belongs in a way more this year than he did last year. Last year he was kind of just trying to fit in and keep his spot on the squad. This year he's like, yo, I'm here. He even said it. He said, if I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? He was, practically a free agent. He could have gone wherever he wanted to go. You know what I mean? So he stayed here and he looks like he belongs, man. And he's starting to fit the role that they need him to be, because before they didn't have a role for him. Like, he was kind of like the guy, part of the trade. We didn't know what we were going to do with him. He started playing well, but that doesn't mean anything in this league. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're playing well, that means other teams might want you. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely stuck around and done his job. So shout out to Precious, man. I ain't got nothing but love for Precious. Shout out to the Bronx out here too. He says, Knicks. I gotta find a shorter way to say your name, bro. We gotta figure this out. You gotta give me a like a nickname or something, because I can't, like, Knicks will be 20. It's hard for me to say that every single time we come up
Yeah,
here.
that's
So
that's that's a lot, bro.
I'm gonna say 2025 champs. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go 2025 champs. 2025 champs says Josh Hart knows he's the starter no matter what. That's a fact. He's solidified. And I also feel like Josh is the kind of guy that doesn't care if he doesn't start, especially in this
Nah,
spot.
I think he'd rather come off the. I think he said it, like he'd rather
Yeah.
come off the bench.
He'd rather come off the bench. Like he does not care about starting. Like, but he knows, like, my position is solidified. All I gotta do is be the third guy of the defensive rotation between OG and Macau, which is scary as hell.
Plus, he knows that even if he's on the bench, he's gonna play like close to 30 minutes every night.
Yeah, yeah. No matter if he starts or not, he's gonna play close to 30 minutes regardless.
Yeah, he ain't worried, bro. I don't think he's pressed.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. He's Josh is gonna play a lot of minutes this year, and I think he's like expecting it. So he's kind of like trying to like. Even now, you can see tonight he took 2 shots. He's trying to. He didn't even do his patent coast to coast Euro. He's on chill.
He's chilling, yo. He's chilling
He's
right now.
on chill. He's completely on chill.
I think it's safe to say that he don't really like practice or preseason.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He just wants to play.
Yeah, but think about what type of guy he is, though, bro. Like, he's like this dude who he feeds off of like energy, right? And like right now, it's like it don't really count for nothing. Like,
he's like, yo,
I know that when the season starts, I'm gonna be killing myself out here. So yeah, I don't want. I like what I see from him. Just take it easy, bro, because we're gonna need all that energy.
Yeah,
for 82, bro. So
82 games of 40 minutes, Josh.
Let's just get through these 5 games healthy, and go into Boston and
You know where I'm at, man. I've officially reached the point where I don't give a damn what happens during the regular season. Like, of course, I want us to be in at least the top 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool.
No, I feel what you're saying, though, bro. You want so what you're saying is you want to get through the season. You want to get through the season healthy, and you want to go into the playoffs with a full squad. That's what I'm taking from what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, because
I 100% agree.
Yeah, because that's what matters. Like, getting through the regular season is just placement for the playoffs. Now, like, the way when you have a winning team, like, the way you have to view basketball is kind of crazy. We haven't had to view basketball like that in a long time. But now we're sitting here like, yeah, okay, cool, regular season, whatever. I don't care how many games we win. Like, I truly don't care how many games. I know we're gonna win 50 plus games. As long as we're 50 plus games, we end up in the right spot. We're healthy. I don't care about who we see in the second, not in the second round, in the playoffs. I'm pretty confident that by the end of the season, with the which is why I'm glad they got these trades done before the season, before trade deadline, before training camp. They got these trades done so these guys can get acclimated and develop chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
even guys like Campaign, like you were listening to the shout out to the KFS podcast with Alan Hunt earlier, talking about Campaign and just his energy towards the team, like being excited on the opening night, and they weren't even healthy. So I'm sure like playing in a garden every night is gonna be, every home game is gonna be for guys who've just come here to play, you know what I'm saying, and they felt the energy to actually put that jersey on. I know it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Knicks 100 said, "Yo, Precious was even putting the ball on the floor off the catch. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Precious was ill tonight. Yeah, he was wilding. He was like I said, the confidence this dude has had within like just the past 2 games. It's like he doesn't even look like the same player. Like he's almost like the leader, one of the leaders of the second unit. You could kind of see him like telling guys what to do and talking to guys and like telling guys where to go and stuff. Like it's like okay, this is kind of what.
There's also a reason why he was a lottery pick too. You
Yes,
know?
which is true,
Yeah.
which is very true. And a lot of lottery picks don't have that opportunity to show it either, because a lot of guys that are guy have been that guy their entire career until they get to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So, it's once you think about it like that, there's a lot of guys who expect to be that good, and there's a lot of guys that are really talented that just won't have that opportunity. So, like I said, shout out to him, man. He's really been
You know
doing.
who I'm excited about, bro?
Oh,
And I'm just gonna say it because he's making the team. Landry
oh
Shamet,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. I already know what you're gonna say. We could talk.
Yeah,
Let's
like
talk about Landry Shamet. Go ahead. Talk to.
because
You go first.
like obviously we lost Dante, and he's not Dante, guys. Like just to be clear,
No, he's not Dante, but
he's not Dante. Dante
could.
is a better player than Landry Shamet.
Yeah,
All right,
before you guys
so
act
I
crazy.
don't want. Yeah, because I know how Knicks fans get. Like you say
Right.
something, but you don't make yourself perfectly clear, and they go a little cuckoo. He's
Mm-hmm.
not a better player than Dante DiVincenzo.
No.
But a lot of what we lost, the shooting, the movement shooting, all of that stuff, like he can replace a little bit of that. And I think that that's something worth being excited about, especially since we lost. Like the Knicks didn't want to give up Dante.
No. No.
Like the Knicks, it got kind of down to like the 11th hour, and they were just like, damn, we don't really have a choice. We got to throw this guy in there. And Minnesota wanted him last year. They tried to sign him, but he ended up signing with the Knicks. So he was kind of a hot commodity for them. And I mean, they got their man, but I feel like we got a guy who could do some of the same things that Dante did, and
Mm.
hopefully be even half the defender he was. I mean, I'll
Mm.
take that.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to the past couple of shows, that's basically what I've been saying. Like, I think right now he's in prove it form. Like he's in prove it. Like I'm trying to make the squad for him, so he's just like going crazy. I mean, he's going wild. But I do think that he's gonna make the team. But also, like you said, there's things that we lost with Dante that he gives us. You know what I'm saying? Um, on both ends, scrappy defense. You know what I'm saying? Even being able to get into the paint on with the ball and just rise up at any point for three. Just high energy, high IQ. Sometimes he does. He's a little bit erratic. But like I said, I think right now he's improved it for him. I think he's just trying to make the squad up. But I think.
I'll say this stuff. It is crazy to me. Like, well, I guess Dante's kind of done the same thing,
Mm,
but there's a lot of really good players that just bounce around the league, man.
yeah, very true. Very true.
Like
And,
Dante's been bounced around.
you're not trying to say that you can find a Dante everywhere. Just preface that because you know how Knicks fans get. You gotta say
Nah,
it, bro.
you can't just find a Dante anywhere. But it is crazy, like how many guys who could really play, bro, just get bounced around. And
Yeah,
Shaman might get bounced around after this, after
yeah,
this year.
yeah, yeah. All
But
right,
it's just
he might not fit anywhere else. A lot of teams didn't need guards like we did. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys didn't lose Dante, because if we lost Dante, there's no way we would have had. There's no reason to go get Shaman. You know what I
yeah,
mean? At this point, because you still had Deuce, you brought in Campaign already, you already drafted Kolick. There would be no reason for Shaman if you still had Dante. So it's about opportunity. That's how it is in this league. Like you said, how Precious was drafted. He was a lottery pick, and you don't really once these guys get in the league, they're just in the league. If your name
Yeah,
isn't heard anymore, like that's how they base your value is how much people know you, how much what show me your stats, what have you brought. Like you don't have the opportunity, you can't show those guys that. So it's the league is just built off opportunity, and a lot of these guys are drafted places where they just don't have that opportunity to show what they have.
facts.
And unfortunately, guys get bounced around. But fortunately for us, Shamit gives us exactly what we're needing in a bench guy. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah,
not looking for him to be a star or anything like that. He's literally a bench dude. You know what I mean? Just how much do you really think he's gonna play over Jalen, McCall, any of these guys?
I
He's not gonna play
I
them
tell
that
you
much.
this. I tell you who's gonna play a lot of minutes though.
Cam
Deuce
Payne.
McBride is gonna play a lot of minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We didn't see him tonight, but yeah, Deuce he's a lock. He's
I
a
feel
lock.
like Cam is just gonna play the minutes that Brunson doesn't play, but I feel like Deuce is gonna play like a lot of minutes.
Deuce, I said it on shout out to Ron and John from Still Knicks fans. I said it on their show the other night. I just feel like he's our Bobby Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like the kind of guy that comes off the bench, 6 man, who's just a dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And he just brings us everything. He can knock down the three. He can get to the bucket. He's not fluent at any of those things, but he can do them at a very good, is at a solid level. You know what I'm saying? His 3-point shot has gotten a lot better. You know, it, you're not a Knicks fan if you didn't question his 3-point shot coming in because it was a little weird. You know what I mean? It was a little clunky at first,
yeah,
but he's definitely turned it around and become one of the best 3-point shooters on his team. So you know what I mean? That he just brings you. He's a hard worker. That's just what you want. He's an athlete, like just at 100% an athlete. He plays football, basketball. Like that's just who Deuce McBride is. But 6 man for sure. Um, if he he
Shamit, Shamit.
he said what?
Nah, I was reading the chat.
Oh,
Dude said Shamit give up far too many points in a hurry for me. I mean,
oh
listen, bro, it's preseason. Like,
yeah, like that's another thing. Like it's preseason. Like I said, he's trying to make it. That was the reason
he's
why I
gonna,
said he was trying to make the squad.
and he's not gonna play like a million minutes. If he gets 13, 14 minutes a night, he'd be lucky.
Right,
So,
like that's
I,
why I was saying like he's not gonna play more. He's not gonna play minutes over Jalen and Mikal. Like that's not happening. So if there's minutes out there where you're gonna have Shamit, it's gonna be like a good 15 to 20 where he's gonna come out there and just and also most of those minutes he's gonna be next to Mikal or OG anyway or
yeah,
Josh. You know what I'm saying?
it'll be fine. It'll be
It'll be
fine.
fine. I think we'll be fine. I think you can have a guy like Jalen Brunson playing as many minutes as Jalen Brunson plays, and we're still one of the best defensive teams, not the best defensive team in the league. I think we're doing something good. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. If you can have somebody like that who's, let's be honest, Jalen's not a great defender. His effort is great. His effort is great,
Yeah,
but he's just not a great defender. And it's just sometimes it's just size. It's just natural
Shamit.
thing.
Jelani said Shamit is an upgrade from Bogdanovich. I mean, yeah, I mean he got a little bit. He's a little bit liver of a body. Got a little bit more jump, but at the same time, like Boggs is a 20 point per game guy when given opportunity. He's like,
Well, that
so
he's also
I don't want
like
to, but I feel like he's better. I feel like Shamit is better for what this team
for
needs.
what his team
Absolutely,
needs. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because if we're talking about Boggs also he just has a bigger body and he can get a lot of his points from like the post, which is just post fades. He's just really really good at that kind of shit. He could fade from fucking like 25 feet if he really wanted to. But definitely an upgrade in a way of just what we needed for this squad, because last year we needed him because we didn't have anything, you know what I mean, at all. But at least now um he fits. I mean, not him, but Shamit fits what we actually need more.
yeah. Just a liver body, bro. Like Boggs is old, man. Like let's call it how it is.
Right. Yeah.
He's old. His
uh
lateral movement is very questionable.
he says Shamit is a third stringer. He shouldn't be in rotation. I mean, on this squad, who's good? Who's the
So who's in the rotation, bro? Like, come on now.
That's what I'm saying. Who's the two that you play ahead of him? Two or yeah, like who's the two or three that you would play? You gotta play Shamit at this squad. You got Deuce. So if your first guy off the bench is for Jalen is campaign, right? Then you have Deuce. Now, unless Tyler Kolek completely wipes out the use of Shamit, which I don't think will happen because of his veteran experience and what he can bring on
And,
both ends.
and size, bro. Because are you gonna
Yeah.
play Shamit, Payne, and Deuce? Like that's. I'm sorry. You're gonna play Kolick, Payne, and Deuce? Like then you're
No,
really small.
you're really, really small at that position. Yeah. I don't know. And it's especially defensively, because I'm not sure how much I can trust Kolek defensively at the 2 or 3 right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just not a position that he can guard at this point in his career. Maybe later. I don't think it's something that he can't do. It's just he's gonna have to bulk up. But I do think that at this point you don't really have anyone else. I think Kolek technically is the third stringer. If you're really being honest, like he's the third stringer because it's Jalen, Cam, and then yeah, it's Kolek because it's. If your second guy off the bench outside of Cam is Deuce,
Who said Jacob Toppin? What Jelani talking about?
Jelani, you been drinking? Ain't nobody
Nah, he
sitting on my ticket
definitely.
drinking.
I forgot that guy even existed.
Nah, I really the other night I forgot he was on the team, and
Yo,
I looked at the stats and I saw Jacob Top and I said, "Oh, he played. He even played too."
he
And
played tonight too.
you shitting me?
I think he got in there tonight for a little while. Yeah.
He played a minute and 28 seconds. I did not see that, man. I watched the whole game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in
That's
there.
crazy. He says Brunson, Bridges, Hart, OG, Cat, Deuce, Precious, Payne, and a big till Mitch returns. Then bench Payne and Sims for Mitch and Kolek. I think Kolek has a lot to prove before they bench Payne for him.
Yo, he's gonna go with the veteran guys. Like we know this already.
He's gonna go with the vet, especially initially.
And Payne is a good backup point guard too.
Payne is actually he's good though. He's really good. But I will
I feel like
say
Knicks fans just want to see their guys. Like that's what it all comes down to, bro.
it's excitement. Like it's somebody we drafted, and it's excitement because he's really good. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching tonight. I'm watching this guy. I'm like, this guy's a pro. He's a pro. He's a pro, and but I'm not telling you guys not to be excited about him.
Happy to have him.
Yeah, happy to have him. But let's be real. Like,
but we know who the coach is, and we know.
Thank you.
We know who the coach is, and plus, like the guy that he's playing over Kolek is a good pro. He's not just some. He's a good backup point guard.
Mm-hmm. And Tibbs likes point guards. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna even if he
likes point guards that get to the rim too. And Payne is constant pressure on the rim.
He's constant pressure on the rim. I mean, don't get me wrong.
And he can hit a 3.
He can hit the 3 too. He took 6 of them tonight. He took 6. So you know what I mean. I'm not like tripping about. I don't know.
He's a 38% career 3-point shooter. Like it's okay.
We're okay. We're okay. He said I did say until Mitch returns. That's in January. That's a while.
I mean, I feel like unless something happens, I still feel like, or unless Campaign just plays himself out of the rotation, when Mitch returns, like Sims is not going to see the light of day. But I feel like Cam is our backup point guard right now. Because they've already made it clear that they don't view McBride as a point guard. So he's not going to be the backup point guard.
That's pretty funny.
Dollar Tree Mark Price.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
Like Campaign's the backup point guard, yo.
Yeah, Lonnie, you was tripping, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what you was hearing, bro.
Yeah, put the cognac down, boy. You gotta chill out.
Yo, I mean, dude, it's just Wednesday. Like, what are you
doing? Put the yak down. Nah, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. Let's just I don't know. I truly don't know what he's gonna do with these guards. We have a lot of them. Like we got a lot. It was a problem before. We didn't have a lot, and we all wanted guards, and now we have a lot. And it's like, yo, what the hell are we gonna do with all these guards? We have this, we got that. So I don't know. Like Landry Shamet tonight was 2 for 10. So of course you could say like, oh, he was 2 for 10, but he was still a +7. You know what I'm saying? While he was on the floor, it's just I still don't think it's like I said, it's like I was just about to say, I still don't think it's within the flow of the offense. You know what I mean? Like I still think these guys need some time to, especially the guy who wasn't here but 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's gonna be on the team. We're gonna be fine, even because think about it, guys. Think about it. If Landry Shamet doesn't play well, coach would just bench him. He has no problem doing that shit. Coach would just bench.
Yeah. What's good with y'all on this honey jack, yo?
yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a staple, it seems.
Yes. It runs in the family, right? Right, Lonnie?
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying, bro. It seems like it's like a family. It's a family staple, bro.
It's really good. It's a liqueur. It's not even really a liquor. It's a liqueur.
You guys in this liqueur.
So let's get a little bit more stats in here before we get out. So we didn't even get to talk about Mikal Bridges yet. We talking about all the bench guys.
Oh man, he was whoever he was in front of tonight. He was a nightmare for them.
Man, people been I think he's been hearing people say that he fell off as a defender, and he's taking it to heart. He's taking it to heart.
He definitely he took it personal tonight.
He's like, oh, I'm not, but say no more, cool. And then you got me right next to OG, so I don't really gotta like do too much. I just gotta lock up my man. Like, you kidding me? I don't gotta play defense for all of us. This team is gonna be scary. We had these conversations just a year ago, bro. Like a year ago to date. Who did we start our roster with? It was Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, Josh Hart. Was Josh Hart even starting at that point?
No, he wasn't starting. It was starting at the 3. Damn, that seemed like a long time ago, bro. Wow. It was Grimes and Barrett in the lineup.
Grimes and Barrett. Yeah, so it was Jalen, Grimes, Barrett, Julius, and Mitch.
Yeah. And
just a year later, like, you know, we were having a conversation about what? Pause. Let's pause the conversation already, because y'all can't, y'all New Yorkers get crazy. It was about length. That was always what we talked about. Come on, we gotta pause it. Anyway, these are our own fans, bro. Anyway, like I was saying, we didn't have a team with much arm length. We didn't have a team that could really get into a lot of passing lanes. And just a year later, bro, like we got 2 of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Like, it's kind of wild how that happened. Like, yo, we lost a lot of what we had that we loved, but if this is the trade-off, like, whatever.
It happened. It literally happened in like 9 months. Like, it went
9 months, 10 months.
It went from who's gonna guard who. Like, right. we're depending on RJ Barrett to be like a stopper to what it is now. I mean, what a difference.
Man, like I said, first of all, Wave, I paused it before I said anything.
The Celtics are getting their rings that day.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, these guys are going to have a field day bullying these dudes, bro. I'm telling you. OG and Mikal, like, are really going to enjoy playing next to each other every single day on the defensive end. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a freaking shit show for other teams, bro. I don't like.
I'm hyped, bro.
Then you got Josh being the backup to those two. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just wild. It's really, really wild, man. I don't know how the hell. And then you give Tibbs all these defenders, and still you got a bunch of guys who can give you something on offense now. Because Mikal, he was in his bag a little bit today. He was everywhere. He was in the fast breaks. You know what I'm saying? He was getting both ends of the floor. He was hitting threes. He hit one. I mean, he just hit 1-3,
I think
but
he hit 1-3.
he hit 1-3. But just he was getting comfortable, and that's kind of what you want. He did have 3 steals as well. Just to have those guys in the offense, man, and on the defensive end, like next to each other, he got 3 steals. Josh Hart with 2 steals, OG with 2 steals. Like I don't know what these teams are gonna do. I don't know what these teams are gonna do.
Nah, we don't. We don't entertain the Marcus Smart stuff.
What do we? I can't say
I don't
that
entertain
it's
it, bro.
nothing, but
It's not nothing. I don't think it's
I
nothing.
don't. What I'm gonna say is I don't think there's any way Brock Aller would allow a guy on the bench to make $20 million
Not just
per,
that though,
per year. Per year,
but
like
but
our
but
salary is crazy already.
not just that, bro. But check it out. Also, like if you traded for him, right? Like Mitch is the ideal piece that's going out, but that's still not enough money. So who's the other guy?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like
Like
you
you
have to
traded,
match that
or we
salary.
get unless you're getting a third team involved. Remember, the Knicks don't want to go into that second apron, so they
Mhm.
have to send out more money
More
than they're
money.
bringing back.
Just about to say they have to send out more money than they're bringing
So
back. So
I mean, I'm sure that if they really, really wanted to make the trade happen, they could figure out some sort of way because they seem to be able to play with the system a
wiggle,
little bit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But I don't know if they're gonna jump through hoops to get Marcus Smart.
And if they do, I'm not mad at it, but that kind of like makes uh Landry Shamet expendable. Like you're just bringing in
I,
another guard. You know what I'm saying? Which I
can
don't
I be
care.
honest though?
I don't care if it's Landry Shamet, but
I think Smart is more impactful than Shaman,
yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't care
but
if it's that switch.
but I kind of I value spacing, bro. Like I value Shaman
That
shooting.
yeah, the facts.
Like I value a 39% 3-point shooter
Mm-hmm.
coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
especially because that's the exact position he'd be taking Shamit's spot, like for sure, or Kolek's, but like if, at 20 million, really, like I don't think he would be in the second unit. Like he's in the second unit. There's no doubt about it. So
and
I
like he
don't
was
know.
hurt like all last year. Like I
Stay
don't
hurt.
know what we.
Stay hurt.
He's hurt a lot. Like he was hurt all last year.
He stay hurt.
So like what version of him even exists right now, bro? Is he still Marcus Smart or is he Marcus semi intelligent?
Marcus low IQ. So it's a yeah, that's messed up to call him Marcus low IQ. Yeah, Jelani said Grizzlies want Mitch McBride, Kolek, and a 2025 second round pick. That seems like
Oh, that's they smoking hash.
the fuck is wrong with you?
That's that hashish talking.
Oh my god. Mitch McBride is where I would have stopped. Like you bugged out.
Yeah, why would I trade McBride for Smart? Like they kind of the same guy. Marcus is probably a better defender because he got a little bit more size. But
But
like
what we
then
need
you
is
lose the
spacing.
shooting.
Right, exactly. We
Yeah,
need spacing.
like
Right?
we're not doing this, yo.
Nah,
We
bro.
don't need Marcus Smart and Josh Hart. We
And
just don't.
and for the value, he's basically a younger Marcus Smart Deuce. And for the value you're getting him at,
Yeah,
it's like
4 million a year.
his contract is outrageous. $4
Yeah,
million
come
dollars
on,
for what
bro.
Deuce is bringing this team. I'm not making that trade for Marcus Smart just for that reason. Now, if you could work away, if something happens, God forbid, injury somewhere, and then like later on down the line, you need it, then cool. But at this point, I don't see a need to make that trade right now. I don't. And I don't see anybody else clamoring to go get Marcus Smart.
Let's hope that there is never a need for us to make that trade, bro.
Yeah, I hope there's never a need to make
That
that
means that a lot of things went wrong.
especially that trade. That trade to go down. Nah, I don't see this team making that trade. They're not dumb. They're not dumb. They're definitely not dumb. What up, Tony? He says Tyler Coley is the best pick in the draft. I ain't gonna lie. The position and the role that he's in, that's pound for pound. That might be you might be cooking right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just just the way he looks so comfortable on the floor. You know what I mean? As a rookie, and obviously a lot of that is that tournament experience. How many years did he play in college? Is it 4 years he played? He played all
4
4 years.
years.
Come
Four
on, man.
years.
Come on, man. That poise is different. That's why a lot of these guys you see playing there for 1 year, they come out and it's like, yo, this guy's not ready. It's you got to be in that situation time and time and time again and know what to do. This guy is just he's poised, man, and he's coming to take roster spots. And there's no way, just like we were saying in Quickly's first year, there's no way you're gonna keep him on the bench for this long.
I don't think he stays on the bench all year.
No,
But
no, not
for
this.
right now, Campaign is the backup point guard,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that right now. Exactly. But the moment Campaign starts to have a little slump, Tyler Kolik's gonna be right there, bro. He's gonna be right there, and he's learning the offense little by little. Like he's just gonna keep getting better. That's the crazy shit.
Campaign got like 38 playoff games under his belt. Like that's
No,
not nothing.
no. That's not nothing. That's not
And
nothing.
he's had playoff games where he's played. Like I mean, go look at some of his Phoenix games. Like he's played well.
I
He's
don't
not
doubt
just out there getting cardio.
I don't doubt him getting playoff minutes. I do see rotation shifts during the regular season if he's struggling.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, playoff minutes, you're gonna have to put him out there just because
he came in and cooked us in the playoffs.
He did. We still won a series, but he was one of the reasons why it was a little hard for us to get out of that series, bro. He just was hitting big shots. So I mean, that's just it's gonna be hard to keep that guy on the bench. It's really, and I know in practice he's going at everybody.
Jalen, he's a dog, bro.
He's a dog. Like he's built like he's like that. Like let's not get it twisted. Kolik he's a real baller. Like he's a real baller. Like for real. Like he's not just some park player. He's a real baller. So I don't know, man. It's he said Kolik isn't going to lead Cam in the rotation, especially not right now. I don't see it happening right now. But like I said, if Cam starts to struggle a little bit and Kolik is bringing exactly what we need, I wouldn't doubt it. But like we always revert to, we know who our coach is, and he's not going to play the rookie over vet. So at the end of the day, it's almost a moot point because we know that he's not gonna bench up a vet for a rookie. Just not gonna happen. Not this year.
I mean, you really love Tyler Kolik.
Yeah.
22 and 10. Whew. You really love Tyler Kolik. Is this the best team Tibbs has ever coached? Yes. Yes. He's never coached a more talented, inexperienced team. Like the Timberwolves team was talented, but they didn't have no experience. This team got both.
So this team is better than the Bulls team that was going against you?
Yes. They're more complete.
Who guards Derrick Rose on this team? Everybody does.
Mikal does. I mean, nobody stops Derrick Rose.
Nobody stops Derrick Rose.
Prime Derrick Rose was like out of this world, bro.
Yeah. MVP Derrick Rose was a freaking. I don't know, man. Better than the Bulls.
I think this team is better, bro. That Bulls team.
I think so. I mean,
top to bottom, didn't that team start Keith Bogans? Like, come on, bro. This team's better. It's okay, Cap. Cap, say it with me, bro. This team is more talented. This is the most talented team that Tibbs has ever had.
And Tibbs knows it too. Tibbs knows it. Tibbs knows it's the best team. Taj Gibson will tell him that. Derrick Rose will tell him that because Derrick Rose and Taj Gibson was on all the teams that Tibbs ever freaking coached. So yeah, they'll tell you that this is the best team he's ever coached. I think so. He said, and how y'all think he's going to handle the season? You talking about Tibbs? I think Tibbs is going to be fine. Tibbs, I have no doubt about Tibbs no more. I used to have
Tibbs been around. Tibbs been around a long time, guys. Like, if we're worried about how one of the best regular season coaches is going to handle the regular season, like, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It'll be okay, guys. Hey,
Tibbs Tibbs is definitely gonna experiment with some shit this year. You know what I mean?
I think so.
He has to. He
I think
has.
we'll see, like, for example, like you talk about experimenting. I think that we'll see Cat is going to be the starting five, but I think that we'll definitely see some Mitch and Cat together at some
Mm-hmm.
points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's going to roll out some lineups that are not going to be shocking. Like, I think before the Cat trade, he would have rolled some shocking lineups out there. Like, Julius at the five would have been shocking,
Yeah.
right? But it would have been like because he had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna have some. He's gonna have some stuff to play with, man. Like, it's gonna be fun. I tell you that.
He's gonna have a lot of fun. You might see it. This dude smiling a lot this year, which is gonna
I
be
mean, you
hot.
seen after we got OG last year, like you seen him smiling.
Yo,
Julius was smiling.
Julius was smiling.
Like,
Everybody was out there having a good time, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I think. Oh, he also has another question. He said, "Yo, Joe, I haven't heard your thoughts on this Randall trade. I don't want to backtrack. Just haven't heard your take, bro. Talk to the
um,
people, Joe. You haven't
I
been
spoke
here.
about it. I spoke about it at the beginning of the show. Uh, I like the
Oh,
trade. It sucks. It sucks to see Julius go. Julius helped build, a foundation of what we currently have now.
mm-hmm.
Um, I wish him the best of luck in Minnesota. But in terms of like a basketball fit, like Julius is always going to be a guy who you kind of have to make fit, whereas Cat is just a more natural fit for any basketball team. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I think it's a good trade for the Knicks. I think it's a good trade for Minnesota because I feel like both teams got value,
Right. Yeah.
and that was the thing, right? Like Knicks fans, we had moments where we wanted to trade Randall for like a bag of chips and a CNC cola, and
That's literally what they said.
yeah, so it's like you want to get value for a guy who's 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. Would have been 3-time All-NBA if he didn't get hurt this year.
Yeah.
Like, so we got value back. We probably got a better player back. Unfortunately, we just had to sacrifice Dante. That's all. But you can't argue with the trade from either because let's be clear. If you talk to people on the Minnesota side, they were also concerned about getting value back for Cat. So I
Yeah.
think both teams got like good value back in the trade, man. So I wish Dante the best. I wish Julius the best out there. My boy Kaiden was good. Her Kaiden was really broken up.
I know he was mad. I know he loved New York. I mean,
Yeah,
he was born
I
here.
heard he was hurt, man. So yeah, it sucks.
At least New York will always mean something to Kyler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
His dad to him, his dad should always be a Nick, and that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because to him, he's known his dad to be a Nick. Like, so I'm sure seeing him on a like as he grows up to see him on other teams, he's gonna be like, oh, okay, this is normal. But he's always gonna know his dad to be a Nick. That's gonna be his most memorable. Time as a player's child. He's definitely gonna remember being a Nick, especially because they put him all over the place. He was everywhere, and he was all over the place. He was on every freaking camera. He was all over the place. So shout out to Kaiden.
I completely disagree with that.
What happened?
Cat is utilized best at the four. I mean, it was obvious last year that he wasn't utilized best at the four. He sacrificed. You know what I mean? But in terms of if you want to take advantage of like what he does, like the mismatches that he creates, pulling the center away from the rim, like that guy needs to play the five. Because if you put him,
go ahead. If you put
if you start him next to, because Minnesota had the worst spacing in the NBA last year. Mm-hmm. Let's be clear, they won a lot of games because their defense was amazing, but they had the worst spacing in the NBA last year, by far the worst spacing in the NBA. You put Mitch in Gobert's place. Mitch is probably the least. But he's probably like the least skilled starting center in terms of offense in the NBA. Yeah. So you replace him with Gobert, like to me, it causes even more problems.
Right. Yeah.
I'm good, bro. Like
Mitch is the five. He's the backup five. He's the backup.
Yeah, bro.
And just watching how this team runs the offense and the the freedom, the roaming freedom that Jalen Brunson has on this floor while Cat is spacing it, nah. I
Yeah.
don't
If
see him unless it's
if you
unless
wanna,
it's playoffs and it's half court basketball and we might need it in spurts. I do see
yeah.
him start, yeah, but I don't see him being a starting five on this team.
uh, Ultimately, man, if you want to maximize not only Cat but Jalen, Cat is a starting five, bro.
For
Because
sure, for sure.
put Jalen around four shooters, he's the
He says
probably the one of if probably the best penetrating guard in the league. Like that's what you want, you know.
he said Minnesota knocked off Denver with that lack of spacing. Yeah, I mean this. Like you said,
Like I said, they were an amazing
really
defensive team,
defensive
bro.
team. Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean,
but Mitch is not Gobert. Like, what don't you understand about that? We
and
have these delusions. Mitch
not
is
only
not
that,
Rudy.
not only that, their best player, Denver, is a big. So if you put 2 7-footers out there, practically, it's gonna be a lot
Yeah,
harder for
like
him to score. Yeah,
it makes more sense because the way they defended it was they put Cat on him and they used Gobert as kind of
paint
like
protection.
like a roamer,
Yeah.
kind of, and that worked because they kind of just played off of Aaron Gordon and they dared him to make shots. But sure, that worked in that series, but how did it work in the next round? It didn't work
Didn't
that great.
didn't look that good. Yeah, yeah, like, for sure, for sure.
Like
Um,
spacing matters, man.
yeah, yeah. Hold on. I think I saw a comment. Yeah, Lonnie was talking about Cam. He said, "I'm not a huge campaign fan. He's too erratic for me. You never know with this dude. Kolek seems more controlled, but Cam got a playoff and finals experience, so there's that. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Is he's really good. He's like one of those good. He's like T.J. McConnell, right? You see how important T.J. McConnell was in the playoffs, but would you play him all season long as like one of your main rotation pieces? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even though he might bring you that energy, sometimes you might just need offense. You just need offense. And he doesn't provide the spacing in the offense that you would normally need. You know what I'm saying? Just for a fluent offense.
But
So
yeah, but also, you know what? Something else, Cat. Like,
what?
I mean, Cat. Like,
You call me cat?
he's gonna put. Yeah, yeah. All I was gonna say was that he's only gonna play 13 minutes a night. My man he really laughed. He,
I needed a moment, man. You try to call me soft? Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, Soft had
yeah.
25 and 12 tonight with 2 blocks.
Come on, man. Y'all wilding now. Apollo Cat Reed.
See what I done did, bro?
You see what you did, bro? First day back. Jesus Lord, man.
If LeBron was on his Knicks team, he have everybody traded, bro.
Everybody gone. Yo,
Le GM.
LeBron would have been like, Josh, get him out of here. He doesn't give me enough spacing. He'd have started with Josh. He'd have been the first one. Like, get him out of
100%, yeah. Great rebounder, doesn't shoot it well enough.
here. Get him out of here. He's got to go. He'd have been the first one. Cat, he probably love Cat because he gave him the spacing. That's, Jalen, he'd have been arguing with Jalen because Jalen didn't give him the ball as much as he wanted. It'd have been wild, bro. But
Yeah.
like, if he wasn't the GM, if he wasn't GM LeBron, I think
I'm glad that ship
nice.
sailed, bro. I'm glad that ship sailed.
Especially at that time, bro, because once we didn't get him in 2010, it was almost like he started teasing us. Like, it was kind of like, yo, I'm good. Then he started doing funny shit, like posting like pictures like on the garden floor. Like, and I'm like, yo, bro, get out of here. Like, you play a lot. Like, you know what I mean? And he just started taunting us. And I'm cool. I'm cool, man. He really bothered the hell out of us. And that's why I shout out to Melo, because he definitely came in. And you're gonna ignore the comments right now, please. Just ignore them, please. For me, just for me, Joe. We're gonna act like none of that stuff is it. They really.
Yeah, I think it was who was it? Was it Jelani that asked about he asked about Hook 40. Somebody asked about Hook 40 earlier.
It was Jelani and it was Izzy as well. What did Jelani say? He said he asked how did y'all feel about the Hug Porty dude?
I
Um
mean,
so,
go ahead,
so
Cat.
Hug Porty to me, very athletic dude. He looked good. He looked good. He grabbed rebounds. He was just, physical, going up on whoever the hell was in there. Like that's kind of what you want, you know what I mean? Getting putbacks. I was wondering why he was in there over Jericho, but apparently Jericho, I think he had like an ankle injury, which is what we were talking about earlier, going back to the importance of being ready just in case somebody else gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like injuries provide opportunity in the NBA. That's just how I go. Well, in just professional sports. So, you know what I mean? Like Hook Porty is a his I'm sorry, but his name reminds me so much, and I'm gonna ruin it for y'all, all y'all watching. I'm so sorry.
Please
His
don't, bro.
name reminds me of Huck
Don't
Tuli.
don't why, bro?
I'm sorry, bro. It
Why did
really
you
does.
have to why did you have to do it for,
I'm
bro?
sorry. I'm sorry, bro. It just every time I say his name, I want to say.
I knew you was about to do that, yo.
Yo, oh my god, man, his name is crazy, bro.
I knew you were about to do that, yo.
Yo, his name is crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Definitely, it's clearly getting late. It's we got the laugh gas going on. Um,
I thought he looked great though.
he looked great. All right, guys.
And,
Can y'all
and I
stop
also
doing that?
don't believe like they list him at 6'11", 246 pounds. He looked like he weighed more than 246, bro. He's huge. Pause.
Yeah, he's a
He's a I don't even know how you say it, bro, because
he's a big guy.
he's a man of great stature.
He's a man of great stature. Jeez, man. Nah, it's y'all fault. Don't say we struggling. It's y'all fault. Like everything is a pause. I can't say nothing. We can't say anything. We can't say anything, bro. Like it's
Oh man, yeah.
anyway. Listen, man. Let's get back to let's get out of here. So let's finish up. Let's finish up. The Cal Bridges, 6'11", from the field. Lord Jesus, I can't believe these guys. 16 points. Jalen Brunson, of course, we didn't talk about the captain, but 7 for 10 from the field. He's looked like he was
He
getting into
ready to go.
yeah, he's getting into his groove. He's getting
He
into his
ready to go, yo.
he's getting into his groove. He was on his shit. He's once the first one went out, I was like, oh yeah, he's starting to
When he
feel
when he hit the step back over Valanciunas, I was
yeah,
like,
the
oh yeah,
Valanciunas, yeah, and then he threw it
he
when
he he
it was
ready.
over. I said, yeah, he's ready to go. Cause first game you could tell like he was just on chill. He was on chill a little bit. He was just trying to see what shots he can get. Tonight he
And
was
then he
like,
did that, yo. And then he did the step through, bro. The head fake step through, kick to the corner to Josh. Josh kicked it to Bridges. I was like, oh, he doing step throughs now. He ready.
yo, that's
He
when I
had
said,
that.
okay.
He had the other play where he spun. He went one way and spun back baseline.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in rare
So
form.
Iman's like, though, this team doesn't scare me. You can't keep giving the ball to Jalen. Bro, the team does not have to scare you at all. I don't care how scared you are or are not of this team. They're gonna outplay you. They just are. They're gonna outplay you. Like that's the makeup of this team. They're going to outplay you every single night. And it starts with Jalen Brunson. I don't care what you say. I'm sorry. Yeah, like they're not a team to scare anybody. No one's gonna be scared of Cat. Nobody's gonna be scared of Jalen Brunson.
That's fine. They
I
still
don't
got to play
care.
us.
You still gotta play us, you still gotta beat us. And that's not gonna happen. Like a lot of times, more often than not, especially with the defensive team we have now, it's really gonna be hard for you guys to get anything going on your offense. Then we're in the fast break, momentum. It's really hard to beat a team that stays in that zone all game long. Even tonight, we went up by a lot, and they came back and they took the lead by 1 or 2 points. Big whoop. And what was the score at the end of the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to play this team for 48 minutes. So I like, you know what I mean? Like, I understand what Iman's saying, because that's how Iman adapt. I can't say adapted. That's how he relates to the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you only gonna stop me. Like, I'm the only person that is gonna beat me is somebody that I'm scared of. And if you're not scared of them, no one can beat you. Cool. Like, that's a great mentality to have. But if we're being honest, Jalen Brunson feeds off of that shit all the time. Like, oh, you don't want to be scared? Cool. I bet.
But and I hated that he's like, oh, it's Jalen Brunson and Carl Anthony Towns. It's not. It's
It's a
Jalen Brunson. It's Carl Anthony Towns. It's Mikal Bridges.
mm-hmm.
It's OG Anunoby. His mid range looked really good tonight, by the way.
Well, OG.
Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
you gotta. It's Josh Hart pushing the ball in transition. Like,
Your head's gonna be spinning every single play. It's something different. Like, it's not predictable. That's what I like about this team. If you had a LeBron and AD, you know where the offense is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of know. And there's a lot
yeah.
of film on those guys at this point. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of film on these stars. There's a lot of action. It doesn't matter if you game plan for this team. You don't have 5 guys that are going to stay on point with these guys all night. Like, you don't have that. It's not out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this team can finish in the top 4. As long as you finish in the top 4 teams in the league, like, to me, I think you're doing a really, really good job. So last year they finished in the top 4. This year, I hope they can do the same. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it up now. And last year, that was with a lot of injuries too, towards the end of the season. And we still, with a hobbled roster, came out and did what the hell we were supposed to do regardless. So I understand what, like I said, I understand what Amon was talking about. But when you see I can't stand this chat. I don't know why I have the chat open on my screen right now. Anyway, when you got to see the offense tonight with Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, and you start to focus on them, you got to pick and shoot. You got to pick your poison with those two in a pick and roll. And then that doesn't mean that Jalen's not going to look to kick it to Mikal or OG. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an offense that's going to be very hard to predict. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to pick your poison and play your best. Like, you know what I mean? You might have to pick staying with, don't switch. You can't switch back. If you're going to have the guard on Karl Anthony Towns on the pick and roll, then you might have to just live with that, because you have to pick something. You got to pick something. And from what I'm seeing, they're just getting started. Cat's not really even acclimated with the system yet, or they don't even know their system. I think coach is still trying to figure out their system at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he just figured it out. He didn't have a system waiting for Karl Anthony Towns. Like, you know what I mean? You got to write all, you got to draw that stuff up. So, and he's looking better on defense. I think actually he did end up with 5 fouls, Karl. So
It's not what you want.
you gotta chill the hell out, Karl. And this
Because
is
that's the thing with him, bro.
yeah, that's the thing. It's a constant thing, like getting in foul trouble because his hands. He can't keep his freaking hands in the right place. Which, pause, Jesus Lord. Point being, like, he gets himself into foul trouble because he doesn't keep his hands up on defense. Like, he reaches in, people go up for, what are what are those called? The swing through foul. He gets a lot of those fouls because his hands are always trying to swipe for the ball. Like, just chill out. Keep your hands up. You're 7 foot tall. You don't have to do all of that. Half of the time, like, you just have to be a presence. Keep your hands up. But unfortunately, that's an issue for him, and he's already shown it in a preseason game where he played. How many minutes did he play tonight? He played 28 minutes. 28 minutes and 5 fouls in a preseason game is crazy. It's a little crazy. I mean, Valanciunas also had 5 as well.
He had
Right?
5 he had 5 by the third quarter too,
Yeah, 5 by
bro.
the third quarter. which is kind of crazy. That's gonna be crazy. So this is why I'm okay with Mitch coming off the bench as the 5, because you're gonna need somebody to come in and play defense, because Carl's gonna get in foul trouble this year. Like, let's just get used to it. Yo, the bars for Cat is gonna be crazy this year. It's just I really feel bad for him, man, because he's in New York and the microscope is gonna be on him. Uh Cat can't keep his paws to himself. It's just crazy. Anyway, Lonnie also said, I'm calling it into existence now. A healthy 2025 Knicks squad is Eastern Conference Finals bound. If not healthy, same exact outcome as last year. Second round, Game 7 exit. I can see that. I mean, that's the only reason why they went as far as they went last year, is because they just weren't healthy. I think Macau being, if you can keep Macau and OG, if you got to rest OG every 2 weeks for 2 games, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, go sit down, OG. We need you for the playoffs. That's why I said I don't care. I said earlier, I do not care about the regular season. I'm worried about playoffs. If you guys can get to the playoffs, that's what matters. So if he has to rest, if he can give me a solid 65 games, cool. You give me a solid 65 games. And I guess we lost Joe. But you give me a solid 65 games, and then you're there for the playoffs, healthy. All right, yeah. I'm ready to run. I'm ready to run. You know what I'm saying? So I think I think this team will monitor the health of these guys for the longevity, just because at this point they kind of know where they can go. They know, they kind of know how far this team can go in a way, or the potential. So I think they're going to take their time with it during the regular season and just make sure they can get to the playoffs and start to have guys healthy at that point. So wrap it up. We are playing the Minnesota Timberwolves on Sunday at 6 p.m. I believe. I think it's 6 p.m. Because I will check that. But we're playing Minnesota Timberwolves, so we will see Dante DiVincenzo. We might see Julius Randle, because I don't think he's played yet. I might be wrong about that, but I'm kind of like hoping we do get to see Julius. You know what I mean? Even if he's on the bench, I'm sure we'll see him. But I'm hoping we do get to see him play. Yeah, because he's gonna go off. That's just Julius. He's gonna try to go crazy. Will they win? I don't know. You know what I mean? I just think it's gonna be a very interesting game, especially because they got Anthony Edwards, but now you got Anthony Edwards versus OG, Josh Hart, Macau. Like, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? Anthony Edwards is Anthony Edwards. But they're gonna make him work for every one of those pull-up shots all game long. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be in every passing lane. They're gonna be in his jersey, man. They're gonna be all up in his jersey, and you don't really have the floor spacing that you did last year with Karl Anthony Towns. You have Dante, but Dante's not a starter. You know what I'm saying? So it's on your team. He's not a starter. He would have been starting on this team. Well, would he? Actually, probably no. He wouldn't have been starting on the team. It's probably well. But I don't know, man. It's to me. I think we can beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Fortunately for one of us, we're not in the same conference, so we don't have to see them. We probably won't see Julius Randle much. I mean, we actually will, because Anthony Edwards is that good that team is all over the place. So you're gonna see some Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo highlights, because they're gonna talk about the Timberwolves because of where they landed last year. But they're on the other side of the country. We're going to be doing our thing over here, and I think we're going to keep getting Cat integrated. He didn't really shoot well tonight, but still ended up with 25 points, was it? 25 points on 7 of 20 shooting. He did have 12 rebounds, which is good to see. Give me 25, and he gave you 25 and plus 10. You know what I'm saying? So, and 2 assists. a steal, 2 blocks. So the 5 fouls is the only thing. Of course, you expected him to struggle a little bit first time in the Garden, 7-20, but the 5 fouls is what we got to focus on for Cat. I don't want you doing all that. You got to calm it down, chill out. You really got to chill out. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I liked what I saw tonight. I'm really looking forward to the regular season and how these guys coast their way through it and get themselves to the hopefully the NBA Finals, man. I'm looking forward to seeing opening night versus the Celtics as well, because once they get their ring, I'm sure we're gonna be sitting there watching that, and that's gonna be a lot of fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of motivation and to go in there and get that dub. So that's pretty much it. I think we're oh man, we lost Joe. I didn't even realize he was sitting there telling me the whole time his phone was dying, and I wasn't even paying attention. What the hell am I doing? What kind of host am I? Anyway, thank you guys for showing up here. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys on Sunday or Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure exactly. We'll talk about it. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, man, looking forward to seeing that game on Sunday versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Chat, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming out once again. And until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace.